Everybody in his own personal way is seeking fulfillment, and that is love. If you are young, you may seek fulfillment in somebody's body. If you are middle-aged, you may seek fulfillment in wealth and prestige. If you are old, you may seek fulfillment in security and property. But man is anyway always seeking fulfillment in his personal way, according to his place, time, condition, and all these things. Getting it? You see, yes, we want fulfillment. That's what our eyes are always looking for. Where is that which can fulfill me? It is as if man is born to seek fulfillment. We are always in hope, right till our last breath. Where is that which will fulfill me? But as we said, we seek fulfillment in our personal ways. That's a big letdown. We do not seek fulfillment absolute. We seek fulfillment as we define it. Now, the element of the personal comes in a big way. We do not seek that which will really fulfill us. We seek that which we think will fulfill us, and that's a huge difference. Appreciate that difference, please. Like a little kid. He's thirsty. And he thinks that a bottle of any random fluid, liquid, kept on the floor would quench his thirst. And he goes and sips a little. Obviously, when he sips a little, he realizes that this is not what he is looking for. And what he has just sipped in might even hurt him. But having had that experience, he doesn't stop. He says, if not this, then somewhere else is that which will fulfill me. And he goes to another room, finds another something that he thinks would fulfill him, and has another experience. And this experience falls equally short. And with another disappointment, he goes on to try something else. Keeps trying all these things, keeps trying all these things. When nothing else works, he starts sucking his own thumb. And when he's tired with the thumb of the hand, then he tries his ingenuity and uses the thumb of the toe. So the thumb, then the toe. All this continues till the mother says that too much of nonsense is happening. And this bugger is now going to seriously hurt himself. And I have to now show up. Mother either shows up on her own, or the kid gets so fed up with his experimentation that he starts wailing. And then the mother says, fine, I'm coming. that before I come, you must do what you want to do. Otherwise, you will not accept what I'll give you. Maybe boiled water is good for you. You were feverish till 2 days back. And you must have water that is a little warm. But you do not like warm water. And if I just give warm water to you, you throw it away. So it's important that first you struggle a little. And then when I'll give you warm water, you will gladly take it. Is that not so? Even kids think of themselves as somebodies. We are born like that. It's not just about the society that conditions us. We are born like that. The kid wants to have reasonably cold water. And that cold water gave him a cold. So the doctor has suggested warm water. The kid would have no warm water. Bring warm water to him. Dismisses it. So he must try and experiment and get hurt a little. And the mother is watching. The kid is demonstrating the usual worldly process of love. What the kid is demonstrating is how even adults move through the maze of love. You love this, 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 and you keep getting hurt and you keep getting disappointed, but you never lose your hope. And you're sure that the next marriage will be greatly successful. Or you would find fulfillment in the next job. Or in the next ideology. Or in spirituality. Even spirituality is just ideology to most people. So you could have been this, that, Marxist, capitalist, and then you turn a spiritualist. The kid is trying a lot of things, including the gods. The God bottle, maybe this will quench me. He's prepared to try the God bottle, but not call the mother. Because as long as you are trying something, there is a perverse satisfaction. I am trying something. If I'll gain fulfillment, it would be through my personal route. That raises a doubt. Do we really want fulfillment? Or do we want aggrandization of the person? It's like saying, I may die thirsty, but at least I'll have the satisfaction that I died thirsty trying on my own. And that's a big satisfaction. Common experience proves that. People say, leave me alone. I'll try, get hit, get hurt, but at least I'll know that I have my personal freedom. Is that not so? My personal freedom is bigger than the absolute truth. Man, unfortunately, has been blessed with this personal freedom. Man is a creature who has options. You always have a choice. That choice is available neither to material, nor to plants, not even to animals. Man has that choice. The choice is to either seek fulfillment in your own limited personal way or simply go to fulfillment itself. A lover you always are. The question is, what is the quality of your love? And what is at the center of your love? At the center of your love could be fulfillment, and then you are always driven towards nothing but pure fulfillment. You say everything else can be negotiated, compromised. All I want is fulfillment. In the process of getting fulfillment, if the personal self, the I, is battered, bruised, destroyed, so be it. I don't bother. And there are other lovers who are unfortunately in great abundance, who keep themselves at the center of their love. They want fulfillment, but they want fulfillment on their personal terms and conditions. It's not as if they don't want fulfillment. So it's a slight difference. The saint, why call him the saint? That too conjures a lot of images, doesn't it? Especially in these times. Let's just simply say the wise man, the wise person. We are not referring to specific gender. The wise man is the one who keeps fulfillment at the center. He says only fulfillment is important, how it comes, what price it extracts, what is the route to be taken, none of that matters. Even if my entire life is to be paid as a price, I am prepared to do that. When you sip something of this, you don't dissolve in the water, do you? The water serves you. You don't serve the water. Are you getting it? Spiritually, it is not like this. In spiritual fulfillment, having had fulfillment, you do not remain. If this is fulfillment, you don't use it. It doesn't serve you. Instead, you get dissolved in it. That's why most people are afraid of fulfillment. That's why most people say, I will take fulfillment, but first of all, you assure me that I will not get dissolved in the glass, in the water. So what do we then have? We then have a greatly diluted and even corrupted version of personal fulfillment. The ego also loves contentment, but the ego loves itself more. Self-preservation is more important to the ego. But if it preserves itself, all it preserves is an entity that is always thirsty. So the ego is always in a quandary. It wants to preserve itself. But if it preserves itself, who has been preserved? The thirst has been preserved. So having preserved itself, it goes to fulfillment. It says, I'm thirsty. Fulfillment says, your thirst can be quenched. But if your thirst is quenched, then you will be dissolved in the water that quenches the thirst. So ego says, no, that is too big a price to pay. And it goes back. But it goes back and starts suffering from even greater thirst. So it comes back, says, I'm suffering from a great thirst. Can I have a little bit of the magical water? The magical water responds, you can have me, but if you drink me, you will be dissolved in me. So ego says, no, that is too big a price to pay. Ego again goes back, and the thirst is now becoming a burning experience. It rushes back, it says, I want some. The condition remains the same. You can have me, but if you have me, Only I will remain, you will get dissolved. The ego says, no, something very strange happens. An entity who is said to both exist and not exist pops up from somewhere. That entity has been variously given both masculine and feminine names. That entity is watching the whole game. The ego wants to be quenched but does not have the guts to drink the magic water. It can neither drink the magic water nor can it totally discard it, so it just keeps vacillating to and fro, to and fro. So that new entity says it's a good opportunity. The next time the ego is returning disappointed from the magical water, this entity waves to the ego, calls it, come to me, come to me. You want to be quenched? I have water. Take this water. The ego says, but I want that magical water that will quench you. No, this water is the same, you take it. This will quench you. The ego looks at that glass and there is a big label there. What does the label say? Magical water. Other side is divine water. So all the proofs are there. And the ego says, fine, I want to have it. That entity says, yes, you can have it. But you will have to, act as per my directions. The ego says, I am prepared to accept any condition. Just don't ask me to disappear or dissolve. This new entity says, no, that I won't ask. You just act as per my instructions. Ego says, that is acceptable. Because this seems a less harsh condition compared to the condition that the previous one was imposing upon me, and the ego accepts that. And then that's how the ego lives. Accepting that fake water, that spurious good, not quite getting satisfied, but gaining a resemblance of satisfaction. And that resemblance of satisfaction is enough for one to while away his or her 60 years, 80 years. One does not anyway have too long to live. You just have to pass a length of time. And you can pass that length of time easily deceiving yourself. The ego now totally forgets the real water and keeps turning to that entity again and again, accepting fake water, and that fake water does give a little bit of satisfaction for a while. That little bit of satisfaction for a while is called happiness. So a little bit of happiness, and the ego becomes a slave to the entity who is selling that happiness, and all that you have to while away is some 60-80 years. That happens easily. And this birth is gone, the body dies, full stop.